Welcome back to the Cozy Cottage Homestead. This is one whole chicken that I have cooked in the crock pot for about 6 hours. It is very tender and just falling right off the bone. And it's kind of funny because in order for me to do the recipes with you, you're going to get the bonus first. And the bonus is after you debone the chicken, save it and separate it into 4 piles of chicken meat. Throw the bones back in the crock pot and let it cook for about another 4 hours, and then strain it, and then you will have beautiful, healthy, nutritious, delicious chicken broth straight from home from cooking one chicken. It usually gives you about probably 6 2-cup bags. I put mine in the freezer because I plan on using it pretty quick for all kind of recipes. So after you get the chicken out, debone it, throw the bones right back in the crock pot, let it cook for about another 4 hours. And of course, I put celery and onion and garlic and black pepper in with the chicken when it was cooking. I'll be right back in just a second to show you what it looks like. Alright, so I'm just separating the chicken. I have 4 bowls sitting out. Going through it, making sure there's no fat or no bones in it. I'm throwing the skin and the fat and the bones back in the crock pot. You can add a little more water to your crock pot to make sure it's really full. You're going to let that cook down for about another 4 hours. And after I get this all separated, I'll keep one bowl out to make supper with tonight, and the other ones will go in the freezer for the other 3 meals. Alright, so this is our 4 bowls of chicken that we got from the one whole chicken. There's about 2 cups of chicken in each bowl, depending on how big your whole chicken was. You may get a little more, but it's going to be plenty for all 4 recipes. And we also got 5 bags of chicken broth. Each bag has 2 cups of chicken broth. In case you haven't noticed, if you're looking for chicken broth at the store, they have reduced the amount of chicken broth in each can to under 16 ounces. I was able to get 5 freezer bags full of chicken broth for 5 more meals, and also 1 cup of chicken broth for the meal that I'm going to be making tonight, which is meal number 1, and we'll be right back. Alright, the first meal we're going to make with the chicken is chicken tetrazzini. I'm going to read you the ingredients. 1 16-ounce pack of spaghetti noodles cooked, about 2 cups of chicken, a half a stick of butter, 1½ teaspoons of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of pepper. 1/3 cup of flour, 2 cups of shredded cheese, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 cups of milk, and 1 cup of your chicken broth from your whole chicken that you saved. Alright, the first thing we have to do is put the cooked pasta, the spaghetti noodles, in a big bowl. Add the cooked chicken, and you can mix it up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and wait until I get everything else done. And then now we have to make the sauce. So get a small saucepan. You want to put your butter in there and melt it. I guess you could have melted it in the microwave beforehand, but it just takes a few seconds to go ahead and melt it in your little saucepan. The next thing you want to do is add your flour. And just stir it around, mix it up a little bit. And then add your milk and your broth and all your spices. And yes, as you already probably guessed, it's powdered milk. But I tell you, nobody's going to know the difference. And your chicken broth, 1 cup. Give it a stir. I guess over medium heat's good. Just stir it and get it all mixed up. Try to get all the lumps out of it from the flour. If I find the lump, I just push it against the side of the inside of the pan. Flattens it out. Just keep heating it till it comes to a boil. Add your spices, garlic powder, and your pepper, and your soy sauce. As the sauce cooks, it's going to start to get thickened. Just keep stirring it. We'll be right back. Alright, our sauce is ready. Might want to let it cool just a little bit because it is going to be extremely hot. You can see it's kind of like a white gravy, but it's a Tetrazzini sauce. Smells wonderful. And also you could use minced garlic or dehydrated garlic if you have that instead of garlic powder. I just went with the garlic powder today. Go ahead and mix it all up. This is a really hearty meal. I usually serve it with garlic bread and some peas, green peas. It's going to feed 6 to 8 people, but no problem at all. Makes a 9 by 13 pan. You also could put it in 2 8 by 8 pans. Eat one for supper and freeze the other one. It does really well in the freezer. So you make one meal and put one in the freezer, then you have one for later. And you also could double this recipe and make 2 large 9 by 13 pans if you have a large family. Do all the work in one day and then you'll have a meal for later. Oh, I almost forgot. One more ingredient, the cheese. Stir the cheese in last. Can't forget the cheese. This is going to bake in the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. Hope y'all been enjoying this wonderful weather we're having right before the cold weather hits us again in Louisiana. My arms are a little tired today. I did some yard work. Got out there and pull the weeds out of my ginger beds. When all the foliage dies off from the cold weather, I get out there and cut them off about a foot from the ground and pull me some roots so I can have some more ginger for all my herbal teas and all kind of yummy recipes. Just spread it out in your 9x13 pan, even it up. You're going to put this in the oven, like I said, for 40 minutes at 350 degrees. And we'll be right back. Alright, we got the tetrazzini out the oven. It looks wonderful. We're going to have some garlic bread with it. This is homemade garlic bread sticks. Very easy to make, very frugal. And we're going to have some sweet peas. I throw a little bit of onions in there. Let me tell you a little riddle really quick about the sweet peas. Put sugar on peas and carrots, please, and salt and pepper on the rest of the veggies. Alright. The garlic sticks. And the star of the show, chicken tetrazzini. Let me get this plated up and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And here we have it. Our plate is fixed and ready to be eaten. Chicken tetrazzini with some homemade garlic breadsticks and some sweet peas with a little bit of onion flakes in it. I hope y'all are enjoying the video from the recipes that we're making from the whole chicken. I have 3 more recipes similar to this one. I'm going to be posting one a week. I hope and pray that all of you are doing well and finding frugal yet healthy ways to feed your family. So farewell, my homestead family, friends, and neighbors from the Cozy Cottage Homestead.